Psalm 145 and what?
140 and 5.
140?
Yeah, 140 and 5.
Hold on, y'all. We live, but
We live too, like Jay.
this one.
One of them. Gotta get that one going.
Are we live?
Shalom, shalom. We the real Hebrew Israelites come in week in, week out, day in, day out to prophesy the downfall and destruction of America, also known as Babylon the Great, according to the Holy Scriptures. Before we get started, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH.
double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone who rule well. Shalom, Wakasai, Labaki, our peace and mercy to the elect. We're back another week, prophesy the downfall and destruction of this place. And the title of this lesson that we're going to go into is Things Are Coming Together.
Yeah.
But y'all go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of the bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment.
Right. And that's happening in this day and time right now. Okay? Because Scripture said the prophecies are written for our learning.
The prophecies written for our learning.
Yeah. Somewhere in Romans
15.
Brother, for sure.
Yeah.
Can the brother read this in the NLT as well?
What's that?
Once you're done, that verse.
Oh, you can get it right now.
This is Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 16 in the NLT. Then he told me, Son of man, I will make food very scarce in Jerusalem. It will be weighed out with great care and eaten fearfully. The water will be rationed out drop by drop, and the people will drink it with dismay.
Right, and the Trump is slashing all the government subsidies come next month. All right, and you know what I'm saying, our women, they about to go berserk. You know what I'm saying? They said they gonna go in these food grocery stores and steal. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been dependent upon the system so long, it became their man. Yeah. And now that they man is dumping their ass, you know what I'm saying? They gonna be ass out. You know. So what are they? What is their solution to the problem? Is it that like I said, they're gonna go out rob and steal, man? Okay, because we've seen different parts of our history. Speaking on like the siege of Samaria, 7 AD, women didn't eat their damn children, man. All right, and that's going to become a reality again. All right, these people, they weren't ready for it, especially you women. All right.
Yeah, it shows that they're entitled when they feel that they can just go take things for themselves, all because the government is benefiting them. You know, that's a form of entitlement.
Yeah.
And a lot of people feel entitled. There was another snippet I seen that said you taxpayers are supposed to make sure that my children feel entitled. And she literally said that verbatim. So all these people are proud and high-minded, and that's why the Lord is bringing this dismay. Because the next verse, if the brother can read it, it goes into that. You want to say something?
You got
So, Baba Shah, get the next verse.
Real quick too, also because the staff is support. So one of the trusted is broken reed. Like people are starting to see that these trials and runs of the shutdown of the government and these threats of these SNAP benefits being withheld are actually becoming more and more frequent, man. They're down there yearly, and the women have these people have trusted Egypt so long that they feel do feel entitled, But it's good. When someone talks about. Not too, but he's talking about if you have need for it, he will stand by thee, man. He don't need you, the black woman no more. You destroyed, you destroyed 4 or 5 generations of Israelites, through their through Esau's rituals and government and upbringing. That he don't need you to be the face or the spokesperson, for Jacob no more, man. And that's why things are going down. And that's why you're so upset, man, because, you don't need you,
You want it in the NLT?
Oh, sure.
This is Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 17. Lacking food and water, people will look at one another in terror, and they will waste away under their punishment.
Right, so that's what's coming. Food scarcity, man. Food deserts being made, scarcity, and I'm about to, you know what I'm saying, give it back to you.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
But I just wanted to mention that that's what's coming. Read that verse one more time out.
Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 17 in the NLT. Lacking food and water, people will look at one another in terror, and they will waste away under their punishment.
And that's going into their sin, you know, their iniquity, because that's what it says in the KJV. All right, and that's the judgment of the Lord. You know, the wages of sin is death. Okay, and the Lord is about to humble. You guys say something? The Lord is about to humble the vast majority of our people. Now, 2/3 of Israel primarily consists of women and children, and we understand that according to the scriptures. The Lord wants to hear their cries, their screams, man. All right, Ezekiel 9:4. But I was thinking, I was meditating on how not only are they entitled, all right, but this is what's getting ready to come to pass. That's going to affect the vast majority of these people that depend on the system. All right, what is Isaiah 10? Is it 10 and 20?
I got it.
You got it? Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20. And it shall come to pass that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth.
Yeah, because as these times come, you got brothers that utilize the system to their benefit, that can use the word, is not abusing it. All right, but in that time, we're going to wholeheartedly step out on faith. That's trusting in YAHWASHI that He will provide. All right, everybody else is looking to this Edomite man. All right, that he's going to somehow open up the shutdown. You know, because they look at the pattern that this happened before. You know, eventually they're going to open it back up. Things are going to get back to normal. All right, but we here to let you know, like eventually Trump is talking about doing with these Democrat programs for good, man. Okay, and I just did a lesson on it. So they sent out the notices saying that there's a possibility that you may not get stamps this November 1st. So guess what? Also is in November, so-called Thanksgiving. Whereas a lot of people gonna want to feed their bellies, okay, eating these abominations, those big ass hams, okay, you know. Celebrating what they ain't got no business celebrating, man. And the Lord said, "Take away from me that Savior." Go ahead,
I got a quick list. Cause this whole situation just shows you who was really relying on the system. It was the women of the nation of Israel.
Yeah, after that too, y'all get back to the Kamafi.
Y'all claim to be independent, but the whole time you was never independent, man. You know, it was really the men who was independent. You know, that was mainly holding their own. But this is a quick list of the Democratic programs that have been helping people. Social welfare and health, SSI, Obamacare, FMLA, which is Family and Medical Leave Act, TANF, which is Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, SNAP, Women, Infants, and Children's Program, WIC, Section 8, LI HEAP, all of these different programs that really the Israelite woman relies on, man. You see? So you was never independent. And just like when you leave a woman and you was doing everything for her and she spaz out, that's what they doing now. It's a bad breakup. The serpent and Eve.
That heat is for having heat in the wintertime.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they give you like a break on your
energy.
bill.
Yep.
Like they'll pay half of it. It's like shit. So
Hey,
they
man,
pay that.
And it's good, man. Like seriously, man, it's good. But all these motherfuckers, man, they about to feel the wrath of YAHWASHI that they've been promising for so long.
Real talk.
You feel me? Like seriously, man, they deserve this shit. Fuck these people.
You want that precept now come out there? That Luke 21?
Yeah, another thing too is like you was just going into these women, they want these holidays, they want to steal food for the holidays, man. Are people concerned about these damn holidays at the same damn time? You know what I'm saying? And it just goes to show you, man, the spiritual adultery for our people is serious, and that's why the Lord bringing this wrath upon them, man. You know what I'm saying? Get this scripture up. And also too, with them causing, if they're gonna do this looting shit, that's gonna put even more of a shortage on the food supply in the stores because they only got 3 days worth of it. So shelves gonna be empty, and we already getting tariffs and China and all them, like mainly China. The food supply that's coming over here, the exports, that shit's gonna be scarce, man, because we coming down to the last of the imports that's, to come to this country, man. Those things are gonna be real tight, man. Real tight. But go ahead.
This is Luke chapter 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring.
Yeah, on the word perplexity.
And this is the word perplexity. It's loaded.
One to that word distress too.
Also, too, we, on top of that, we got the furloughs still happening, and they talking about shut down RD. Longer than a vendor. What's the word say?
The word is apadreo. It says to be without resources, to be in straits, to be left wanting or lacking.
Right. So we got no jobs. We got government subsidies going. So what's going to happen? I'll tell you what. UBI. That's the answer to all this shit, man. And with UBI, like I said, it's going to put a restriction and limitation on what you can buy and what you can't buy, man. And that's the step closer for control over you people, man. All right.
Real quick, because the UBI is going to be the result of these layoffs with AI.
Yep.
What the AI is going to do is going to take away the jobs, and they're going to replace the jobs with the UBI for the people who've been working for these damn companies and shit.
And a lot of that's gonna come with the MOTB, man. Right. You're not gonna be able to just get it. It's always a catch with this devil, man. Just like for you to get this assistance, you had to have a man out the house. Yep. Well, it's gonna be a catch to get this shit that they gonna come with next, man.
Well, if you remember the website that they had up, the WEF, it had went into the whole system, how it's still written in their laws to where you don't have to even have a JAB to even be down with anything, period. Remember that?
Yeah, speaking on that, the UK Prime Minister said, let me make this clear, and without a real ID, you ain't gonna be able to work. So working for and maintaining your life, your livelihood. So, and Esau about to come with that same measure, man. All right. You're good.
This Sirach 14:7. It says, and if he do it good, he do it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. So out of all these systems, programs, and things like that, you see, like the scripture say about YAHAWASHI declaring the end from the beginning. The Lord already set up this perfect play to play out right now. This is like the perfect storm, which this is music to our ears, but this is like mourning and lamentation and hell for these people that's recipients and in those uncomfortable positions. But to us, this is like a good day. You see, because we banking on this in order for the kingdom to come. You see, it has to get worse before it gets better later. All right, and so therefore we hoping that things get worse, that Jacob's trouble continue to unfold right before your eyes, man. That this devil continue to make moves, man. You see, so at the end he's declaring his wickedness. He was never with you women who trusted in the system, and men too. Okay, he was never truly with you, man. He used you till he had enough, and now look, he's about to replace you with fucking robots and kiosks, man.
Let me get the scripture real quick.
It's Proverbs 6:30. It says, "Men do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy his soul when he is hungry."
Yeah, yeah, man. That's what's gonna happen, man. When people are hungry, they don't steal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the point of the scripture.
Yeah.
All right. So Esau is already prepared. Like I said, the National Guard, the troops. Matter of fact, get that you going get an article that said, 'cause it's gonna go perfect. My point. I know brothers got scriptures line. I want y'all to get your scriptures too.
This is a title of a video from Dabu 7. It says Civil War ? Trump to establish National Guard response force for mass civil unrest by April 2026. A new memo has been unearthed showing that Trump administration is preparing to mobilize National Guard troops across the nation by April 2026 to stop potential uprisings amid nationwide No Kings protests and violent anti-ICE protests in cities like Chicago and Portland.
Yeah, so we already know these different entrepreneurs and all these rich men like J.P. Morgan, George Soros, they fund those gatherings, those protesters. So now they setting you up for the two-piece, man, basically, because with them protesters, like you said, Trump, he started off with certain big states. Now he want it all. He wants the whole states, man, to be covered. All right, and there's nothing you can do to petition against this for all you people that believe in the system, that you're gonna sign polls and all shit like that. And he can't do this. He already proven that he can, man. All right, he said, "I am the king." Okay, what's that? Some say?
Yeah, because what is he doing out there in New York? They just targeted a street vendor. I'm talking about ICE. It's like ICE is almost like his personal. Talking about King Donald Trump. ICE is like almost like his personal, army.
Like Heron's army.
Yeah, because they don't fully adhere to all the same statutes that like a typical police officer would have to, such as jurisdictions, certain boundaries, things
Identifying themselves,
stuff like that. Even driving unmarked cars. They were chanting "ICE out, ICE out." He was like pretty much apprehending somebody, asking them like, "Where were you born?" Like what's your native, country and things of that nature. So it's the perfect time. Can somebody get Luke 12:51? It's the perfect, again, storm, as I was mentioning earlier, because this is all being perpetuated by the Heavenly Father, man. You got all this division, you got political turmoil, all right, you got the country divided, okay, on every topic that you can name, whether it be immigrants, whether it be dealing with Trump, whether it be dealing with this, that, and the other, man. All right, where the tax money should go and this, that, and the other. This country is completely divided, and this is how the Lord said it was going to be before he returned, man. Whoever got it, bro.
It's Luke chapter 12 and verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to you, so I can suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division.
Now go back to that Luke 21 and 25, because I don't think we ever brought up the word distress. And I want the brother to look it up, not just in a blue letter, but in like a Google or etymology dictionary. Because perplexity, as the brother went into, is lack of resources. This is what people are experiencing: lack of resources, not enough. You got to go back to the food pantries. It's the spirit this brother brought in some items today. Produce, things that's healthy for you. Because guess what they taking away off the stamps? There's just soda. All right, certain little items and shit that they don't want you to get anymore. They like, man, fuck it, let's shut this shit down and give a test trial anyway. Just take all this shit away, man. All right. Bahasham, go into that.
Luke 21:25, then I'll get the word. And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring.
Yeah, man. All life is essentially in a bad case under this Edomite man. All right, the earth is mourning. Go ahead into that word distress, though.
The word distress in the Greek.
Get the other definitions. Go ahead.
This is the online etymology app for the word distress. Circumstance that causes anxiety or hardship.
Stop right there. This is a circumstance that's causing anxiety. You got people hyperventilating on camera, seeking for sympathy, and ain't nobody about to come running to your aid.
No.
It don't matter, and that's a through-ass bitch I'm talking about with multiple children. But how much more, even women that so-called, look, everybody, rushing to play stepdaddy and trying to take over your bills. You see? This is trouble for you got people that work full-time jobs that still qualify for assistance, man. And you got them that's not being able to feed their children. People are going to be in a state of distress, anxiety. What else is saying that?
It says restraint, affliction, narrowness.
Yep.
It says draw apart, hinder.
You in between a rock and a hard place, as one would say. All right, you're afflicted. You're being restrained. All right, from being able to make certain purchases. You have people that are balling out of control, spending $1,000 every time they go to the grocery store. Making mockery of those who couldn't afford it, this, that, and the other. And now look at the Lord raining on people's parade, man.
Yeah, it's like the boy that cried wolf, because women, that was their whole MO. Before it was, oh, you gotta pay my bills, this and that. But you had the ability to pay on shit, Now you actually need help, but nobody gonna want to fucking help you,
They don't
man.
want to help you.
Yeah, because their biggest thing was jobs and government. They don't have nothing neither now. So they're reduced to absolutely nothing. Okay? And their value, women's value, is about to go completely to zero, and men's value about to go to 100, man.
Yep.
Okay? And another thing too, with this that's why it's called Food and Drug Administration. The food has drugs in it, so now people gotta go to withdrawals, and they're just about to be going fucking crazy, like a dope fiend.
Yeah.
Like that nigga need that dope. He'd do anything for that dope, man. You know what I'm saying?
The FDA is only in America. You know, so that's why they always make the comparisons.
Man, ain't think about
In the
that.
UK, they don't have these certain ingredients
No.
in this product, but in the United States, they had all these extra ingredients.
Yeah, because I had went into it and they had like banned it from most
Right,
countries, man.
right. Like
You know, like Esau. With the scripture, I think it's Ezekiel 4 and 13. It tell you that we're going to eat our bread and find almost the Gentiles.
Yeah, we already brought it out.
Right.
We already brought it out right now.
Yo, there's some strips back there.
I got one.
Bring them out, y'all got some strips, because I might have to go to the bar.
All right, this is a real quick scripture, real quick. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 6, and I'm gonna start at 23. I'll start at 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Hey, that's a beautiful point, because I was just talking about the food pantry, right? That's what people reverting back to, the food bank, the food pantries, where they only got a limited supply as well, because stuff has to get grown and harvested.
Right.
So eventually, you know, it's the spirit. I was just driving through the farm towns today. Eventually, that's going to stop. They're not going to be able to go to the pantry and be able to get, you know, certain produce and things like that, like you can right now, man.
Right.
Well, the farmers, they burning their crop because
Yep.
Trump ain't giving them funding, you know what I'm saying, to back them up for all the money they spent to produce that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, they actually they're getting more money by destroying the crops. Like it's actually accounts of farmers getting paid more than what they'll get paid if they sold the crops just to destroy it. You know, going into that forced famine.
And that's corruption, man.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? The fact that you get paid more to destroy food than to grow, that's corruption.
It also goes to the integrity of the people, of the farmers. Like, you want to support Americans and help people.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna take this money to not support to help America, man.
Well, that's a beautiful play on words, because Trump's whole thing was make America great,
Right.
or America first. And now, not everyone that voted for him is really seeing that they're not first, they're last.
Especially when they're sending aid and trillions of dollars to other countries to support.
The whole APAC situation. Now, it said that the sown places shall appear unsown. That's going into the crops. Okay, the full storehouses where they typically would sell to you know, the consumers, they're going to be empty, man. So that's what the Elder Mouth was going into earlier. Stores only having food for 3 days, man. The sown places appearing unsown, and you people are gonna feel it the worst. Going into the winter, this is happening. Going into the winter, man. It's cold outside, man, and it's only going to get colder. And people's Matthew 12, what is it? 12 and 24 and 12. Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. People's feelings are gonna be cold. Okay, you people are in the worst case scenario, and you don't even know it, man. Go ahead.
I was like real quick. If I get like 2 scriptures real quick, get one. He was there with horn and a lack of bread, man.
He got a little bit more. Man. You got get those next for Big Up.
2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein.
And that's the thing. The trumpet been giving us sound. Okay, the sound, just you people haven't been able to receive. You know what I'm saying? The vision or the understanding or the secret things that belong to YAHAWASHI, man. All right, but we've been piping into you. Start with our apostles and elders, man. Okay, they've been singing this tune that you people didn't want to hearken into. But now that it's happening, you know, people are starting to wake up to and acknowledge that, you know, the prophets have been right all along. The prophets that YAHWASHI has set up has been right all along, man.
And just to add on to your point, it was a video maybe like last month when a chick said that, like, y'all need to be apologizing to them Hebrew Israelites. Everything that they said was gonna come, it's coming. And it's here.
It's here.
We ain't gotta say wait until it comes, because it's
Right.
here.
It's here.
And that's what the prophet do.
Yeah.
So he said, friends shall fight one against another like enemies, man.
It says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein.
So stop right there. Imagine that though. Imagine friends fighting one against another like enemies. Like you've known this person your whole life, growing up from the sandbox, and y'all fighting like literally throwing blows, trying to kill each other, all over the last loaf of bread, or the last meal in the house, the last TV dinner. You see, people are going to go to great extremes just to eat, man, and that's only going to survive you for what, another day, another hour. You people gonna take this to see him all because of your enticement to want to eat, because it's a drug, man.
And that's why the word distress, it goes into a narrowing, because they're trying to lead you to that gate, which is a MOTB. Just like you would lead a sheep, you lead your sheep through a narrow passage, which is known as the door. That's what Esau is trying to do with the people who he views as cattle.
There you go. There you go. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Let him add on to
You got it. You got it. You got it.
I know you should got your. I'm gonna get right back to you. Get that.
They got some.
Big out me right back to you.
Proverbs chapter 28, verse 21. To have respect of persons is not good, for a piece of bread that man will transgress.
Right, and that's what's gonna happen with the microchip happen. Our temptation, they gonna sin for that. Just like I said, brothers, friends are fighting against one another because there's gonna be a lack of bread. Like 2 Corinthians 15 chapter goes into.
Is that bread that you break that next to
They gonna tear each other. That's what's gonna break the camel's back. Man. This as you can see how people flipping the fuck out. These women, they saying, "No, my baby's gonna eat and all stuff like that. I'm gonna eat." You know what I'm saying? That's really gonna break people's spirit is when there's no food. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got it.
Can't wait, man. This is what the big I wanted. Proverbs 11, verse 26. He that withholdeth the people shall curse him, but blessing shall be upon the head of him that selleth it.
Right, man. Like, there's no reason why the so-called greatest country in the world is lacking any resources, man. Like, if we spread this up like a green bay tree, we shouldn't you be having the means to supply and to take and to be able to have those people that you're spreading over be adequately suffice, man. You know, it's not that we don't care about your prices so much, it's that you're creating a lack of supply to the people that demand certain things, man. All right, 'cause we know about your storehouses, we know about your excess reserves that you have. When the shit does collapse, we know about the caves that you have with a field full of seeds to prolong your so-called power, right? We're cool with that part. But what about the part for everybody else that's out here living and struggling and surviving, man?
See,
You know?
here's what Esau is, he not straight up and down.
And that's the point, yo.
He not a good businessman.
Your crooked can't be made straight.
That's what the scriptures say. What it said about his soul.
Not upright.
Yeah, he just not an upright person. He a devil. He a crooked snake.
Right.
You might say, look, hey, we're not saying make no money, because hey, we're gonna make money in the kingdom. But we're not gonna be having usury. We're not gonna be imposing all these damn different tariffs and taxes on you, man.
Yeah,
All right, like your supply is gonna be for you. You know, like we're gonna get your best. The point is, your people are not gonna starve, though.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, because like you think about it, like Esau, he created these systems of dependency, like with government assistance. So it's multiple effects that it have on the person. You know what I'm saying? Especially in regards to like poverty, low wages and shit like that. You know, focusing on the poor. You know what I'm saying? The poor, which is Israel. Create these different systems of dependency, man, on these different, you know what I'm saying? That's what a devil will do. And then take the system away from you that he created.
Right.
And that's why the Gadites, excuse me, the Reubenites and similarly, they would fucking sign no treaty with these devils. When you had that show, I remember years ago, brother was doing videos on, with the American officials and the Reubenite Jake, the chief, and he was like, this is our land. He's like, did you buy it?
No,
Did you trade for it? Then how can you own it? And then he was like, we gonna give you a plot of land, and you can just depend on your government. He said, you are not my government. You hear me out? Hear that, man? He said, you are not my government. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's a real piece of shit. You create these different systems where it's a dependent system where you can't be self-sufficient and self-sustainable. You know what I'm saying? You create these fucking systems to where, you know, you put people in these predicament situations to where they got to depend on you. You know what I'm saying? Like in regards to if you have a wife and you have multiple children. Even the more children I have, the better it's supposed to be for me. It don't supposed to be a fucking burden to where I gotta go government assistance and then, you know what I'm saying? I should be able to self-sustain myself. We got our own farm. Right, you got certain skills and trades already. Man,
back in the day, they depended on, like, before the technology back in the day, they depended upon having a lot of children. Yeah. Because everything was like manual labor, and they needed a lot of, especially sons, you know what I'm saying, to help out, you know, with their, what's going on.
The thing also too is like this is we are not living in a state of ignorance anymore. You know, like we actually seeing the amount of money that you send and fund other things. You don't have money to take care of people, to spend and take care of the people of your people. Shit. You know, but yet you got all these extra money. All of a sudden you got $20 now, bitch. You know what I mean? Like where was that when you spending my damn hundreds and shit? Yeah, right. So like, hey, in America, you know, actually I hate to say American people, but hey, people are tired of this shit, man. You know, and that's why you're gonna see Egyptian against Egyptian.
Right, like an example for you, Ukraine. They sent all that money over to Ukraine, but you got people in you know 10 cities in America. Like, what? Take care of your own citizens first before you worry about another citizen in another country.
And the crazy part of why
it's sitting there just 15,
the money that's sent out to other nations is the citizens' money. That's taxpayers' dollars.
Right.
You feel me? Like, what the fuck?
Right.
She gotta keep it at home.
You get yours, I want to get that article.
This is cause brothers use this phrase multiple times.
Yeah.
I asked ChatGPT what is a perfect storm. It says a perfect storm is a phrase used to describe a rare and extremely bad situation that happens when several negative factors or events come together at the same time, making the overall outcome much worse than any of the factors would have caused alone. So that's what the brothers going to. How you got the winter coming, you got the lack of bread, you got the lack of the crops, you got people divided. This is that perfect storm, which YAHAWASHI called it birth pains. You know what I'm saying? As the man child is about to crack the sky, man. You know, it's like everything is coming together at once. This is the climax.
That's period that you just named the top, name of the Bitcoin.
The harvest is right.
Right, because in the kingdom, bro, we ain't gonna create these type of systems. You see, because these heathens, even these heathens, bro, they gonna be able to. Them niggas just gonna be in what you call that? They niggas gonna pay tribute to us and follow our laws. That's it. That it. And other than that, we just gonna let them niggas. You have multiple children. We ain't gonna put a cap on the children that you can have, or a cap. You know what I'm saying? On your women and shit like that.
You can have.
We ain't gonna do none of that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sanctions.
When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. But when the righteous bear rule, the people gonna rejoice.
That's it, man. You know, cause these systems, they set up in wickedness anyway, because they ain't put these fucking systems in place to be beneficial to you. If he do it good, he do it for unwillingly. These niggas, the Lord put the spirit on them to do particular things like that to sustain Jake. These niggas, when they create these different systems, you better believe they got an ulterior motive. They been knew about they was gonna do this, man. They did this in ancient Egypt. When you watch the movie 10 Commandments with Charles and Heston, Remember, because it was a part where they were starving. The Israelites, they were starving and shit. But Moses, he was basically like the president of Egypt, if you will. He was like second under Pharaoh, if you will. And then he went to the granary and he gave them the food and shit. You know? Go ahead, though. Yeah.
No, because he.
This is probably going to a different topic. I don't know if you want this, but you want me to bring this up right now?
Yeah, bring it up.
This is a blacklist in China's social credit system, which refers to a list of individuals or companies facing consequences for not complying with court orders or regulations. Being on this list can result in punishments like travel restrictions, job limitations, and restricted access to certain services, though the system is still fragmented and penalties must have a clear legal basis. The list is often specifically tied to legal judgments rather than a comprehensive score. You want me to read the bullet points?
Yeah, everything.
It says enforcement of legal orders. The most concrete blacklists are maintained by courts for those who refuse to comply with court orders, especially to repay debts. Legal basis for penalties. Punishments such as blacklisting are supposed to have a legal or regulatory basis according to central government guidelines. Consequences of being on the list. Travel restrictions. Individuals can be blocked from buying tickets for high-speed trains or other forms of long-distance travel. Financial limitations. Access to loans and credit cards may be affected. And other restrictions. A bad score can limit opportunities for certain jobs or access to other services.
So look how much of a devil this man is, man. All right, China, that's over there in China, man. That's how they want over here in America, man. Okay, Chinese government is overseeing all the people. You know what I'm saying? By the second of all those CCTV cameras, like that, CCTV? Yeah, CCTV cameras, man. Okay, they surveilling these people 24/7 around the second round the clock, man. All right, and that's how Esau. We don't have a social credit score, but we have a credit score right now. He want to kick it to that gear, man. All right, where the point if you miss a payment, your credit affected. Now you can't do this. Now you can't do that. All the things that the brother listed, man. All right, what type of ruler is that, man? That is straight dictatorship and tyranny, man. All right, that is dystopia at its finest. What China is right now, because they got, like the pastor did a video on there, and you got a lot of people homeless on the streets, just out there, like it's like dead bodies just laying out on the streets, and it ain't because these people are criminals, and because they did some type of fraud. They ain't do no bad. These was the do it by the book people, man. They follow all the rules of society. And yet they out there homeless. They ain't receiving no help from the government, nothing like that. All because of credit score, man. Okay, a social credit score as they go, man. So that's what they're gonna have down to you people, man. All right, you American people, you're last to have that, man. All right, where if you ain't being on your best behavior, all right, you ain't do your due payments. If you ain't if you don't have obedience to the government at its full. All right, you're gonna suffer those consequences, man. That's how fucked that was about to be. Now give me that, and I'm gonna let y'all hit y'all points. Whatever y'all gotta say. Get that something. Smart.
Second Esdras, chapter 15, verse 46. And thou, Asia, thou art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person.
Right, and this is talking about when you read the context, especially when you read it up, it talks about destruction of Babylon and all the stuff like that. Which means it's talking about this America, all right? And it ain't talking about Asia Minor, it's talking about actual China. Keep going. And it said a partaker of Babylon. All right, go ahead.
It says, verse 47, woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have also desired to commit whoredom with thee. Verse 48, for thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions.
Right, America is hated. Go ahead.
Therefore saith Yahawah.
It said thou hast followed her. Read it over again.
verse 48, thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore saith Yahweh, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death.
Right, so that's it on that. So yeah, so China has followed America in all its ways, man. Okay, China wants to be exactly like America. That's why, like I said, you have all they are competing against America with AI too, man. Okay, everything you can think of, how America is, China wants to be just like it, man.
Well, the thing between China and the U.S. is that China actually has the ability to do the things that the U.S. wants them to do.
Yeah.
That's why it's a big, what they call it, not a playground, but like,
role model.
there you go.
Yeah.
You know, it's a role model, the blueprint,
The prototype.
the prototype for what America wants to be. That's why you see all the Americanization of China over there, the Sonys, the McDonald's, and all these type of things, because that's a simulation of America, and they're taking America is actually using that, all right, to be the forefront of what they want to be here, man.
Right, and it's the tester.
Yep.
It's the testing ground of how they want to lay out America, man, because they need some example of how the people gonna react for everything. You know what I'm saying? So now America can implicate that into have notes and brainstorm how the people gonna react, man, and how to go about things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, this thing is coming to an end, man. Okay, all the pieces are coming together. All right, and you people, man. Okay, you either gonna bow down to the new order, all right, or you going to die, man. Okay, or if you're Israelite, you better rely on him, Father and Son, man. Okay, because that's gonna be our only defense in these last days. Ain't gonna be no storing up food, and all the plans that these dumbass people, these preppers got. That ain't gonna work, man. All right, because you talk about another man gonna come and steal your shit, man. Basically, so the only way out of this whole thing, all right, this end time is the Heavenly Father and Son. That's the only one's gonna be able to save you. That's what the scripture says. It's gonna get so hectic out there. Michael, the archangel, going to have to, and the angels going to get involved. That's how hectic it's gonna be, man. So and we always say you can't save yourself from spirits, man. There's gonna be fucking demons out here murking people too, man. That's that part of the plays of Egypt, man. All right. Your brothers got something to say?
That's all real quick. It's on Ecclesiastes 4:14. It said, "For out of prison he comes to reign." Here, come up,
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 14. For out of prison he cometh to reign.
That's about Esau Edom, man. Right? So he came out and established power, right? Job 19 went to the earth in the hands of the wicked, man. Right? So during the dark ages when Esau came to establish himself as really a power, really the blessing that the Lord gave him. All right, it says what?
Whereas also he that is born in his kingdom becometh poor.
Right, and he did that first with the not only with the trying to genocide the Native Americans, but that's Social Security number. All right, not only is he against Jake and the tribe, he against his own people, man. All right, that's why the world is going to be so upset, or America going to be so upset because they invested in something that had no return on it, man. You know, you got that one video that went viral. Dude worked for the insurance company for 30 years. They fired him the day or a week before he was able to receive full retirement benefits, man.
That's a bitch.
So how many people have Esau already done this to, man? You know, you commit one thing against Esau, he takes away your livelihood, man. You know, and this is something that's going to be kept in remembrance for those who've been affected by it, man. You know, because nobody wants to be poor, especially when you see, like, what's somebody owe you money, right? And you see him buy some Jordans and a new car, like, goddamn. But you owe me $20.
Right.
You know, so that's how America is viewed, right? You know, to us, but also to the world, man. Because, hey, America owes a lot of people debt. You know, are not all are in debt to a lot of countries, man.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what scriptures say, because he had made a point about Esau being wicked to his own people, and somewhere in the Apocrypha say, if he's evil to himself or something like that.
Which again,
like that's, he's just a fucking crooked individual, man. I keep saying that.
I got something real quick. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 34, verse 22. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him, and he that defraudeth the laborer of his hire is a bloodshedder. And that's what Esau Edom is doing in order to roll out his new system via the MOTB. And he's taking away the living of the people, the welfare of the people, you know, that to work their job, to make their living, to support their families and support themselves. Now they have to resort to the basically breaking the law in order to do everyday life shit, man.
Can you read the verse above it or after?
Verse 21.
Yeah, I got you.
Because Esau got something known as problem, reaction, solution. You know what I'm saying? So he know the result of him passing these different legislations and signing these different bills and right, you know what I'm saying, and prescribing these different things. He know the consequence and the effect that's gonna have with the people. What the scripture just read right there, that you just read, a bloodshed, because that's what that's gonna lead to. You know what I'm saying? When it's because when I was asking ChatGPT about do food restrictions, you know what I'm saying, cause the citizens to rebel against the government.
Yeah.
And they was just, you know, talking about that. They, you know, they was responding. ChatGPT was, and basically to summarize the answer they gave me was yes.
Yep.
So that's, and they were saying that was one of the leading factors to. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just read this little part where it said about it. If it's still on here, let me see. Kai asked the question. I said, is food restrictions a reason for citizens to rebel against the government? Yes. Food restrictions or shortages have historically been one of the most powerful triggers for public unrest and even full-scale rebellion. So these devils know this. They're redundant. They always, you know what I'm saying, they a one-trick pony. You know what I'm saying? They always, they know, man. It says, food is a basic human need, and when people can't feed themselves or their families, and that's why you got all these videos going around on TikTok, mainly with the nigga woman told her what she gonna do. She gonna have her cousin with her to punch you so hard you gonna feel like a jet holiday too. Hit your bitch ass. Y'all see that one? The nigga woman talking shit on that bitch. She said, I'm gonna have my cousin with me that's gonna punch you so hard it's gonna feel like a jet holiday too. Hit your bitch ass. And don't come to the car. It was hollering, bro. You feel me? Cause
them women, man, they known for eating, especially the nigga woman, man. That bitch eat like a black hole, because when you take them out on the dates, they always name a restaurant, man. Yeah. And them hoes order everything on the menu.
Yeah, because you got something on it. You got it's different forms of eating. You got something on the binge eating. You got something on the comfort eating. You got all these goddamn.
Some bitches just greedy. Some bitches just greedy.
Yeah, real talk. That's real talk. You know? Cause you know why? You got a demon in your motherfucking gut. That you hear me? That's what the spirit say. You got a demon in your gut, you black women, man. That's why y'all constantly consuming shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Cause you lack discipline.
Man, what?
You lack discipline.
And you don't follow the law.
Yeah, gluttony. Yeah, right, gluttony. And like I said, yep, you don't follow the law because that's why those parasites in your motherfucker, that's the demon in your gut, the parasite. Because you want to eat a motherfucking seafood boil. Because on Thanksgiving, you niggas gonna eat a ham, and then like the Israelite, the Israelite niggas, they said that bitch was marinated in Coca-Cola. The big fat, fat nigga, man. These niggas gonna get a motherfucking country ham
a butterball ham, and they go marinate that bitch in Coca-Cola for 24 hours. Then they gonna get some sweet baby Ray seasoning and season that bitch up. That's what niggas gonna eat. Niggas gonna eat abomination, man. Let me read this part. It says, food is a no, he gonna die because he put that nigga 75% body fat. So he gonna be a sweet savior to the Lord. No, the Lord gonna burn his fat ass up. He gonna be a sweet savior, lambs and goats and shit. It said food is a basic human need. And when people can't feed themselves or their families, especially if they believe the government is responsible or indifferent meaning then them niggas, they don't give a fuck whether you eat or you don't. That, you know, it says
niggas still getting paid right now, even though the shit shut down.
Exactly, bro. It said it can quickly turn economic hardship into political anger. Right, but it's a whole thing on with the food and rebellions. You know what I'm saying? It's a close connection between the two. So that's what you gonna start seeing. That's why people go to Walmart. That's why you got. You know what I'm saying? That's the spirit of time. The lesson things coming together because you got the Walmart. People talk about they go to Walmart, to Target. And then you got the Walmart, these niggas hiring private security or armed security in that bitch. We don't know who gonna be in that bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, y'all got it.
They also saying, like, they might shut some Walmarts down, it's a rumor, and you got to buy the shit online. You know what I'm saying? If it get that hectic.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be just like 2020 with the crown, with the the COV.
It'll be more advanced too, cause it's gonna be based on that social credit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You goddamn niggas think you go ride and all that. And go, even if it's just for survival, they don't give a fuck. That's why the documentary with Katrina coming out, and we see what happened to the niggas down Louisiana who was just trying to survive and feed their family. You think they gave a fuck? So it's gonna be the same type of situation scenario. Cause once a nigga lose their life, that's when shit get real. See, you niggas talking all this shit. As soon as a nigga get their fucking brains blowed out,
Man, what about Esau?
they paint the fucking wall with you, then everybody gonna start crying. And then come joining together and marching and shit. No, and then they gonna march and say, we just hungry. No. Esau told you niggas, you good. Go eat shit.
What's ironic about that is if a Jake did it to another Jake, they ready to ride. When as soon as Esau do it, niggas is shook, man. So niggas still got that fear of Esau, man.
Bro, yeah, cause and just like Charles the White, he said niggas ain't ready to die. In that video that it was going viral. It was going viral amongst Israel, cause Charles the White, he was speaking about his past and how he fought for the rights and the legislation. He was rubbing elbows with top officials in Texas, police chiefs and all this shit. And he said he was ready to go to war against white people. That's why he got that slogan that he trademarked. I think everybody playing. And he talk about you niggas. He said niggas ain't ready to die, man. Niggas really just want to just be able to eat and chill. They don't want to die. They don't want to die.
So they gonna conform. They conform right to taking that seat, man. And that's just what it is gonna lead to. You gonna be like, all right, I'm not gonna risk my life. So the next best thing is that.
And that's why we always mention in regards to these different scenarios that we bringing up, you got another theory known as the Hegelian dialectic. Because we just mentioned problem, reaction, solution. So you go create the problem, which the problem is what? You go, because then, hold on. You cut, and then you got all these videos talking about this shit, bro. They saying that it ain't just gonna affect people who don't got food stamps. They saying from what you call them niggas, the keepers of the house, the economists from an economic perspective, they like, nigga, this shit gonna affect because that's money that's not being pumped into the economy that's gonna affect even regular motherfuckers. This what these cracker motherfuckers talking about. That's what the white man them is talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he kicking people off Section 8. And a lot of those landlords take people in Section 8. That was money out of their pocket. And like I said, the grocery stores, all that stuff like that, it's going to be slow foot traffic in the grocery stores. So ain't nobody gonna be going there because you got laid off workers and you got the motherfuckers people on section and all that food stamps.
And then, like you said, it's really like a trickle down effect. That's what it is. It's gonna affect because it's all intertwined. The different systems that this white man got set up is all connected to one connected to the other, man. You know, so what's gonna happen with that is they gonna have food, and then the price of it is gonna go up because it's gonna be less money being circulated in the economy, bruh, and less money being circulated in different communities, different businesses. And then that's when the price gonna go up because it's already up.
Yeah.
People doing videos about a year ago, some shit cost $4.99, now it costs $7.99.
Shit, we was watching yesterday. It was 34.
Yeah, so that's what we in now. We in inflation, but then it's gonna go to hyperinflation. That's when you're gonna see the price of a loaf of bread and shit like that, $20
About an hour.
And then how we know too, another indication in the sign is the trajectory of gold and silver prices, mainly gold. But they try to keep silver at the same, like it's just, you know what I'm saying?
Like it ain't worth nothing.
Yeah, like it ain't worth, man. Like get out of here, man. But that's how you can see because the price of gold is steadily increasing. So that's showing you to the gold to dollar ratio that the motherfucking dollar is worthless. Can you go from motherfucking the gold standard in 1970 in the 60s and motherfucking back then, man, and then you get the silver ticket, the gold standard and shit, and when you can go get an ounce of gold for $1 or $20 for an ounce of gold, nigga, the price of an ounce of gold right now is $4,000, and they keep going up. Like not even on those, like on some quick shit, it's going up, bro. This place over with, man.
Another thing that factor into those prices is supply and demand.
Yep.
So the fact that people ain't gonna have these resources, the demand is gonna go way up. So the prices is gonna have to go up. You know?
Yeah. Because if you got it and somebody want it, you can
Get that precept where it says the dove's head.
No, I want that.
Get that one. 'Cause that's a good precept to get, man.
I just want to add this in there too. The word, as much as the word credit is from the word the Latin credium, all right, credium or creed, it means to believe or to trust. So
yeah, that's what credit means. Yep.
You believe and trust that credit is a fucking money. Everything is nothing. They can just type that shit numbers on the board. It's come out thin there, man. All right, and just like the dollar bill is credit, man. Right, it's not backed by shit, and so showing it.
No, he started to tell you like, because somebody asked like, what's the difference between American money and monopoly money?
Right.
Like, people believe that American money is real. You know, because I was a kid, I'm like, damn, we got money. You're like, damn, like shit, that ain't money, but it's only money. It's not money because we don't believe in the paper. You know that monopoly money is all the same shit. It's all fake.
This is 2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 25. And there was a great famine in Samaria.
Yeah, there we go. You know, so that's what's coming to this place. You got people warning about it. People scared for real. It ain't, it's just all you goddamn grape juicing ass niggas, grape juice drinking ass Christians niggas. You know what I'm saying? And this you 2/3 niggas, y'all. This is, it's like a fucking ostrich with their head in the sand. You niggas, because that's what the niggas do. Like that's some protection. Read it again. Sorry.
2 Kings 6 and 25. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver.
Yeah, ass is a donkey. You know what I'm saying? That's what an ass is, man. You know, it said it was sold for what?
80 pieces of silver.
80. A score is 20.
Right.
So 80, that's exactly. So 80 pieces of silver for a head, and then like the brothers and people who familiar with the meat and the cuts, the shoulder, you know what I'm saying, the ribs, this to that, you know what I'm saying, in regards to like the meat to bone ratio, nigga, in the head, it ain't hardly no meat in that motherfucker. You got the tongue, you got the we don't eat organs, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't eat organs, but you got the tongue, You got the eyeballs.
We don't eat donkey.
Yeah, that's another thing. I was gonna say that. You know.
The Coney. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they besieged it. Look the word besiege up real quick. Because that's what they, you know, and this dealing with the northern kingdom, with the northern tribes, man.
Today,
you know, Puerto Ricans.
Today, that's like the equivalent of a dog, the dog head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like
any head, really.
Any head, right?
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like a dog head in regards to the uncleanness. Go ahead.
Besieged, according to this particular verse, it says to confine, secure, to shut in.
Oh, right, to shut in. Because we know about the siege of Jerusalem, 70 AD, 66 to 70 AD. That's what they did. They closed it, they shut Jake in. You know, cut off your resources.
Right.
That's what they doing to this place. This place is a motherfucker like a sheepfold. This place is known as Basra. That's what Basra is. You know what I'm saying? It's a motherfucking, it's like, yo, they can surround this bitch and can find you. That's what it is. You can't move. You can't go out. Go ahead.
It says to shut up and close, to show hostility to, be an adversary or treat as a foe.
Oh, be an adversary or treat as a foe. Right. So this food is an indication of what this white man about to do to you niggers, right? Because even though, because brothers mentioned it in the beginning, I always mention it when we talk about food stuff, you can't forget the white man, right? You the Edomite man, woman, and child, they get more food stamps than any other demographic, the water, that's a perfect word, demographic of people in the United States of America, bro. You know? You see? So, go ahead.
Finish it out, it says...
And then like Trump said, cause that's the thing about it, with these different systems, they can dispense food stamps who they want to. They can just say it's cut off, but Becky over there, Becky with the good hair, she got her shit. Her shit ain't getting cut off. Yo,
and they ain't gonna think about that way.
That's the point. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Think about that way.
And the fourth part of a calf of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver.
Yeah, so that's shit. Cause you gonna make those. They got them bitches called like I don't know if they call mud pies.
Oh yeah, mud pies is one of them.
Oh yeah, cunt. You know. But like now, today's equivalent of dove's dong is you know the quality of food that you eat. But it's gonna go down. You know. So niggas gonna be literally eating shit for real. You know? But I think it's some tribe they do that. I'm gonna look it up though, you know. So man, with that we pray this is edifying. When is going glory on and praises to
HALALYAM, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH.
Everyone to see the apostle, elders, great millstone, rule well, shalom, wakasah, la barakah, kwam ya shalom.
Shalom.